close, racing through the waves. I want to be where nobody knows. Take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made up, baby, that's made of all the love we find. Electric feeling in your head, hypnotic.
take my hand, and we'll go away to a different place. We'll float on air, and we'll hide away. I'll be your escape. Look up and feel the shifting winds tossing us around again. Hold tight, get ready to begin, and just levitate. To the B-side.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Season 2 of the ACCE Corporate League. You're joined by me once again, Patchwork Finnick, your boy, Patchy. And I'm joined today by my co-Blue. Say hi.
What's up, guys?
So, we're gonna get into it pretty quickly, but before we do that, I'm just gonna shove this one out right now. For all of those who haven't for some reason heard about this yet, there is a giveaway, and it's a cool giveaway, alright? You have the chance to win a case of Fuck Off Lager beer, alright? And it's not just any Fuck Off Lager beer, it's Mortal Kombat 11 Fuck Off Lager beer. And all you have to do to win it is head over to the Facebook page, drop a like onto the REA's Facebook page as well as Fuck Off Lager's Facebook page, repost the original post and drop a comment, and tag 3 of your friends, and then you stand a chance to win a case for yourself and enjoy some of that victory that we experienced recently. Hashtag Boca. And yeah, you can drink your beer in celebration of that, alright? Obviously, if you're under 18, you know, give it to your parents or something. You know, we encourage responsible drinking here, so you got to be over 18, and of course, drink responsibly. You know, don't get yourself smashed and then go and have a lack of drive on the highway, because that's illegal. And cool. So now that that's out the way, let's talk about who, what's, and all that good stuff. Today we have 2 teams for the first game tonight, that being Semper Pos and Wairu Link. So, Blue, tell us, who are on the lineups for these 2 teams tonight?
Okay, well, for Semper Pose, we've got Jack Alope, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then we've got Sotbox and Pac-Man and Xenix and Duffy, it looks like. I'm still getting used to all of this, so you have to forgive me.
No worries.
And then do you want to tell us who's on the B team? On Terrace?
Well, we haven't decided teams just yet. But yeah, we're just waiting for the teams to get in game at the moment. We unfortunately had a bit of server issues, as usual, as is customary in South African Counter-Strike. As is the age-old adage, it's not South African Counter-Strike if there's no technical difficulties. So we've had our technical difficulties for the night. Hopefully there's no more. But we are just waiting here.
But you never know.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've had some crazy things happen. Like in the middle of casting one time, I accidentally knocked over my water, because you know when you're casting it, your mouth gets dry, so you want that water close by. And I went for it, and I missed it, and I knocked it over, and it covered my entire desk, including my internet router. So that was a bit of a disaster.
An epic fail.
Yeah, it happens. But yeah, there won't be any of that tonight, because I made up some very spicy plans, such as put my water on the floor when I'm casting, so I can just reach down and get it, instead of being an idiot and knocking it on my table. So, you know, it's the small things that you learn on the job.
Okay. Well, I mean, to give you a little bit of history on the two teams, for round one we had Sempapos who unfortunately lost against Life Healthcare 4-16, but they obviously did bring it back in round two, taking the lead 16-2, which is giving us a good promise. Then we've got Life round three, where again they unfortunately lost 16-1. So we've got could be an interesting game tonight, maybe, possibly.
Yeah, well, you always want to hope for those kind of games. It's always nice to see like a really close game that goes on. You know, a lot of casters are, especially my boy Toothy. Shout out to Toothy. He doesn't like overtime, but I like
no.
overtime. And when
I
we
find
see
it
2 or 3
interesting.
overtimes, that's always nice. Because
I think
it's not
the worst
really a
I've
game.
seen is 8 overtimes. Then you know these teams are quite evenly compared to each other. So it can get interesting, but we don't want too many. But we do actually want good games here.
Yeah.
We don't want an easy sweep.
Yeah, that's quite true, quite true. Yeah, sometimes I agree with you. Sometimes you can have a bit too many overtimes, but usually we only see maybe like 1 if it's really, really close, or 2. Sometimes 3 at absolute most. But usually there's a decider around there, because obviously, as we know, Counter-Strike, it's a big mental game. So at some point, one of the teams is going to have a lot less mental than the other, and that's pretty much going to spell out the end of the game.
It's 100% a mental game as well. As long as your team keeps positive throughout, even when it might look dire, you've always got those rounds where those moments where you can take 4, 5, 6 rounds in a row and then you evened up again. So you can never give up, can you?
Yeah, absolutely. And we see that a lot of the time. You know, a team will be quite down and out, and then we'll see them go into a bit of a pause, like a tactical timeout. I'm a big fan of teams that take a good tactical timeout. You know, they realize, they identify that they are a little bit down, that they're a little bit stomped, so they just take a pause, they take that tactical timeout, they recoup, and then suddenly they come back after that and they start taking the rounds and they start cleaning up. So yeah, it really is a
100%
nice
agree, but they need to utilize those pauses as well. Make
Yeah,
sure
for
they
sure.
keep their cool, think forward, mark their attacks, and get into the next round level-headed. So we're still waiting on 3 more players, or actually no.
We're still waiting on the
Looks like-
entire other team.
Yeah, looks
I
like.
honestly, I really hope they haven't been hit by this load shedding as well, because that would be tragic.
No, because then what will we do?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Because I was actually casting another tournament recently, and they literally had to postpone the entire tournament just because of load shedding. Because so many teams were just getting caught out unawares, and like people were just unable to pitch, and yeah, it was really chaos.
Yeah, but what can you do in those circumstances?
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much uncontrollable, really. It's unfortunate. So hopefully we'll see the other team momentarily. The game is due to have gone live, recently, so we are a little bit behind. So just bear with us.
Maybe go grab yourselves a cup of coffee. You've got the time just before.
Yeah, and a glass of water.
Or some lager.
Yeah. Go. In fact, you have time now. It's non-negotiable. Go to Facebook and just enter the giveaway, because why not? You have time. You have Facebook. You want beer. It's a no-brainer.
So it looks like we've got everyone joining.
Yeah, we finally
but
got
surely we're getting there.
5 a.m. All right, so just to append ourselves from the previously, as we were giving that team rundown, we've seen Semper POS, and now on the side of Wairu Link, we have Jules, Brutalist, Hunter, Shepherd, and Capdog. So, oh yeah, actually, I remember these guys. I'm pretty sure I cast the game recently. So good to see their names back in the server. Let's see if they can pull something out this time around.
Well, from their previous games, I mean, they've been a very, very strong team to contend with. They've won all 4 rounds, so Sempapos definitely has a fight ahead of them. But we're soon to start.
Yeah, I'm super ready, and the teams are readying up now, getting to the knife round side. Who starts on what side and which maps we're going to see. And as always, if you know me by now, you know I like to see Dust 2, I like to see Mirage, I like to see Inferno, because those are the core maps that I think all the teams should be putting in the time on. Those are the ones you want to learn first, because they are like the most basic kind of core maps.
Ooh. And why Link takes the knife round.
Yeah, so they'll be deciding.
Decide.
Yeah, and please don't be Vertigo. I will be so sad if it's Vertigo or Ruby or something stupid like that.
Vertigo, actually, I don't mind that map. It has changed quite a bit.
Yes, it's Inferno.
Oh, we got an Inferno. Awesome.
I am in great jubilation.
This is a great map. I
It
think.
really is. Yeah, we've seen this map a couple times in this season so far, and the biggest thing that I always say about this map, and I think most will agree, is that banana control is super crucial on this map. The team that gets that banana control quickly controls a lot of that information, controls a lot of plays that can be made, and a lot of people think that this map is very difficult on the T side. They think it's CT sided. I would tend to agree with that. So I think that it's really important that the Ts take control of banana quickly if you're on that T side, and then you can play with a lot more space and time on the map.
Have they decided which sides they have?
Yeah, Link won the knife, so they'll spawn in and decide which side to be on. We'll see that momentarily as the teams load in. And just in continuation of what I was saying about banana there, it's very important to get that banana control, but not substitute, I'm looking for a different word, but basically, supplementing, there we go. Supplementing that banana take, that's the word I was looking for, is utility usage. You can take banana control with good utility usage, and that's pretty much how you get it almost every time. So we're looking out for the teams that use the utility the best on banana. That's going to be the decider.
Yeah, I think this map's also very much on timing. So if you can get your util popped all at the right time and push a site together, you can hold a site quite nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the nice thing about this map in particular is when you're on the CT side, you have a nice choice in front of you. You can either get really aggressive, catch the T's unaware, go for aggressive peeks and maybe picks, and then kind of retreat, or you can play completely passively and not give away any information and really just make the T's life difficult. And the fact that you have that choice is what makes this map very dominant on the CT side if you know how to play it. I see a lot of the time T-sided teams, or teams that's not on the T side, a lot of the time they'll have a plan, maybe rush this way, maybe spread out and try and get a pick or something, and it doesn't work in the first 30 seconds or a minute. It doesn't work. And then they find themselves without any kind of supplementary plan. They don't really know what to do, and they actually waste a lot of time doing nothing. And that ends up costing them the round. I've seen a lot of teams where they only recuperate themselves in the last 30 seconds, and then they rush into site, they're trying to get the bomb down, they get the pick, but it's just too much to do at once. They need a bit more time. So when we're talking T-side on this map, I'm looking for teams that can utilize that time as well. Not necessarily be down and out just immediately when their plan doesn't work in that initial space.
Yeah, build up together and work together in those moments. So I see why Link, they've decided to go CT side, which I find generally happens when you win. yeah,
for sure. There's no reason you would put yourself on the losing side. Or on the weaker side, at least.
Definitely. You want to build your team confidence before from right the start of the game,
Absolutely. So we will be finishing this off and getting into the game momentarily. Waiting for the match to go live. And what I usually put my eyes on in the beginning on this map especially, is who picks up util, who picks up armor, who upgrades pistol. That is a very big thing in the first round to watch, because that gives you quite a bit of insight as to the intention of the teams. A lot of the time, if I see the CT players who are going to play B pick up grenades, then I'm always quite happy about that, because that means that usually there's going to be that early util damage going down B. And we saw in the previous game with me, at least, that I cast, if you guys were there, if you'll remember that time, CT's their first round, they took those grenades and they just lobbed them down banana, and they just got so much damage onto the T's. So it can be quite big. Yeah, big brain prediction time indeed. It's going to be some grenades.
Looks like they decided to go with the lurker, sort of.
Oh, nice headshot from Jules there on banana, and that's going to slow the T's down if they were trying to advance there, which they weren't. They are here towards apps, moving in slowly, but the CTs, they've already got that information. They've pushed up so quickly into the mid position here. They've got all the information. They know exactly where these T's are. This should be everything the CTs need, but actually Jackalope going to be getting a nice headshot there. Jules.
They can keep their cool and hold their spots. Okay, they've got one
down.
down.
Brucalis with the headshot. CT's just nailing the headshots right now. Even though the bomb is down, this should be easy for the CTs. They know where the last player is. The bomb is getting defused, and there we go. This should be the first round, and it is. Sot box going to be taken down.
Solid.
Very nice start from the CTs there. Wairu showing that nice early dominance on the CT side. And
Jules
like they're
playing
be...
very well already with her 3 kills.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a nice strong showing there. They have picked up some scouts and some SMGs here. That should be pretty dominant. Can't
so
really.
Like they are going down banana.
Yeah, and Brucalis is going to spot that out with the scout. They know exactly what's going on with the game. That information is there. Jules is going to be on point with this. Gets one. Can't get a second. Brucalis, though, does get another. But now there's a knife. And Zonic's just going to go down trying to get that cheeky knife. Not going to be enough there. Softbox actually going to be there to counter Brucalis. And now it's a 2v2. And the T's have upgraded their weapons. And they're just falling off banana now. Suddenly
so it looks
that
like
chaos.
they're doing the rotate. But the CTs are catching on very quickly.
Yeah, that rotate is definitely coming in nice and quick. Both of the teams are very aware of what's going on here, but what should have been quite an easy round for the PTs just kind of ended up in a bit of chaos for them. But Ketzog is here with that flank, and that's just going to catch them completely off guard. That's going to be the second round in favor of Wire Link. There we go.
Yeah, and Hunter defuses.
They got that one back under control. It was looking a little sketchy there after they lost what should have been an easy round, but they managed to bring that one back.
100%. I almost thought the Terrace were going to get that.
Yeah, they played really well. Take it.
Unfortunately, the CTs caught on what they were doing. They knew the rotate was going as soon as it started to happen. And they took control.
Yeah, and really it came down to the fact that the CTs, they reacted quite quickly. As soon as they saw the T's retreating, they knew they had to rotate, and Katzog, he was just in the perfect position for that flank there, and he just managed to clean it up, catch him off guard. That's pretty much all you need to do. All right, now we're on a bit of a pause, a little bit of technical stuff happening at the moment. Hunter having an issue with the mouse there is going to be replaced quite quickly, so we should be back momentarily. And yeah, I don't want to be broken record, but if you haven't heard of the giveaway, Fokhof Lager giving away nice cases of that Fokhof Lager beer, and all you have to do is head over to Facebook, like the original post, tag 3 of your friends, like REA's Facebook page as well as Fokhof Lager Facebook page, and yeah, you should be good to go in entering that giveaway. And so go do that now real quick. Everyone's on Facebook anyway. You're all on social media, so just go do it. It'll take you like 5 seconds.
Might as well with the match paused.
But speaking of now, we see the terrorists have now finally got themselves into a buy round. They've all got AKs, they all have armor, they have some util to use, and now it's going to be on to the CTs to decide if they want to keep these SMGs, and I think they should. That's going to mean they have to play a little bit more passively.
Yeah, close range. hold their sights, hold their corners.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we were talking about earlier. You know, CTs, they can do that. They can hold back. They don't have to get too aggressive. Don't have to expose themselves to that absolute monster that is the AK. They can just hold the close, tight angles and let them run face first into the SMGs.
Because the great thing is the terrorists have to come to them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, Phoenix!
Yo, nobody says hi to me. Hashtag hurt. It's fine.
Even though this is not a usual thing, you know?
No, I'm still waiting for that mouse to be replaced. Should happen any time now. It shouldn't take that long. Just plug one out, plug one in, right? We've all got USB 3.0 nowadays.
Essentially. But in moments like these, everything goes wrong, you know?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's all the worst because you think you're prepared and then you're really just not. Murphy's Law just comes and claps you on. That's why I take like 20 pens into exams and stuff like that. I don't take no chance.
Really? You one of those people?
I am one of those people. I have like 50 pens in my pockets and like one in my other pocket and then a space case full of pens and then one in my bag. And yeah, if
I
something
must
goes bad, I'm
say,
scared.
I'm not that organized. Never have been. I
I'm not
always
that
rely on people like you.
I just have lots of
Anyone got a
pens.
spare pen?
Nah, I'm that guy who like picks up the pens. Just like I come into a lecture room and I'm like, everyone's gone, it's empty, but there's like one pen just sitting there. I'm like, hey, this is not done yet. Usable.
It's mine.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta make do. When life gives you lemons.
Very true.
Alright, so we are going to see CTs picking up scouts again. So actually they are going to be quite aware of the economy situation. So they will be doing that, which is, I think, quite smart. There's a lot of money on Hunter right now. So if things go Ori, Hunter, and Katzog, they should be able to supplement the team quite well. So for Wairu, they're not too worried about winning or losing this. But of course, obviously you want to win it. But you know, even if they do lose it, it's not going to be too bad. Is one
But I
M4
see
picked up?
they did upgrade to an M4, so I don't think they necessarily want to lose this round at all.
No, absolutely. You never want to lose a round, especially like this, because if Semper Pass, if they win this one, then it is going to be quite a bit of money in the bank for them, and it's going to mean that Wairu are going to have to think about saving at some point. So obviously, if you're Wairu, you want to win this. And I think the strategy here is you have 2 scouts, you have 2 SMGs, and you have a single M4. And maybe what you want to do is just do as much damage as possible with the scouts and the SMGs, like get the tags, just so that the M4 can do that quick cleanup and it doesn't have to spend too much time. You know, you can just kind of spray it, get everyone very quickly because of the tags that you can get with the SG scouts. Yeah, there is a name, but everyone just calls it a scout, but it's called the SG something.
They're more than likely going to put one scout down banana and one down mid, and then have the M4 more roaming around. So
Yeah, that would
the
make
calls are being
sense. All right. Well, if we're talking predictions right now, hashtag Patchy Big Brain, I'm gonna give it to Wairu. I think they started off this quite well. They're looking pretty strong. Their track record is pretty good, like Blue said. And also, I know the guys. I've seen these names before, so I have to go with what's familiar to me. I'm gonna say Wairu take this one.
As much as I like the underdogs, I agree with you.
All right, so we're gonna
Like
have
they
a
pushed
consensus.
banana.
And yeah, like you said, banana control comes through quite quickly, and they took that one very decisively, which I think is a very good play. But they need to make it work now. They need to start moving into the site.
Start
If you have
pushing
the
because
util.
the rotator's coming.
Oh, the failed smoke. This could be huge. We've seen this failed smoke come back to bite the T's in the butt before. See if it happens again. The re-smoke is there, so they do have that. But now they are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Jaws is going to be here. Get that beautiful headshot into Pac-Man. That's going to open things up nicely for the CTs. The Ts, they're boxed in right now.
I'm glad
No
that
place
they've
to move.
put people watching behind, but it looks like they want to try push for the now air rotate.
Yeah, the rotate. Yeah, it looks like there are 2 CTs on A right now, so a rotate could be pretty good for the Ts. That is, if the CTs don't sniff this one out. Dafy is going to have to make something happen, and there's the kill onto Hunter, which could keep the CTs here and make the A side take a lot better. And there it is, the opening kill towards A, and Dafy actually going to get that one as well. Now it's a 2v3. Capdog is in a bit of trouble here. Knows where one player is, but with this SMG, it's going to be so difficult to keep this one. Looking in the correct direction. Beautiful stuff. Now it's all onto Sotbox.
It's holding that bomb.
7 seconds. Not enough time to plant. This should be the CT win. There it is.
Great
Why are we going to take third round? Really good stuff.
You really utilized the time by holding back the terrorists, even though bomb was down, and played them. Even though he died, he still played them till the last second, literally.
Yeah, absolutely. That was pretty much all down to Kavtsog right there, because the Ts, they had that one. They actually really did. Dafy got such a nice couple of kills towards that B area, and they got a nice pick on A as well, and there were only 2 CTs on A, and that looked like it was going to be it. But Kavtsog, he was just there. He just had that, like you said, he played it to the last second, and then that was it.
Great play. So we see that they've gone into apps. So we've got 3 pushing into apps so far. 4.
Yeah, the Ts, they have set up towards the A site, but let's see if the CTs push for information on Banana. They should be doing that any moment now. They haven't felt any resistance. Hunter, he's going to see that first player trying to push through mid there. This should call at least one CT from
the CTs are holding great angles at the moment. Although Ducky area is slightly over.
Ooh, Swordbox going to go down to a nice spray through the smoke from Hunter. Dafy almost gets caught out there. Doesn't get anything in return. Has to retreat. 21 HP. And now it's a 3v5. So difficult for the Ts now. With barely any utility. And 21 HP on Dafy. It's going to be difficult to try and get back into this round.
100%. But I see that they are actually trying to do another retake, but with such low health on the one player and against 5, we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, and what's interesting to me is that we see the Wairu players, they have no problem picking up the scouts and really just ripping through the T side. They don't even care about picking up the AWPs. They just keep the scouts. They go ham with them, and they seem to be doing a pretty good job of just utilizing them correctly. You know, if you get the headshots, then it doesn't matter if you have an AWP or a scout. You know, you're going to get that kill. So yeah, it looks like the Ts, they will be saving that one.
Looks like it.
So they do get to bring 3 AKs with them. Not too bad. We're going to see the CTs still hanging onto those scouts, no problem. Like I said, no problem utilizing those, and if any of the last rounds are to go by, they should be quite fine with that. No issues there. The Ts, they're going to be moving once again towards second mid. Maybe moving that bomb towards A again to see what they can do. It was pretty successful-ish the last time they did it. A couple of mistakes, but see if they can get it right this time. Nice boost here from Jules is going to give them some information. Quite a lot of information.
Starting to feel a little bit unconfident, as you can see. A bit nervous to push sites, I feel.
Yeah, and it's that lack of decisiveness that I was talking about earlier. You know, when you start feeling that pressure and you don't really know what to do, you can waste a lot of time. And we see that once again here. Semper Pass not really knowing what exactly to do. Pac-Man going to get a nice trade there.
They want to go A or B.
Shepard catching up Pac-Man with a knife in hand. Now, Terrorists, once again, they find themselves, like you said, in that pressured situation.
But they're pushing Banana, and he's on B side, so hopefully if they can
Swordbox
the
gets a nice
bomb.
one there.
then they can run
23
to A.
seconds, though. This has to be very, very quick. Swordbox is on the swivel here. 15 seconds left on the clock right now, so...
That undecisiveness already had cost them quite a bit of time, I think.
Yeah, and it looks like they won't be able to plant this. Is far too wasted time. They're not going to be able to get this down.
But at least then now they know they can reach a site for next round.
Yeah, well, right now...
They just need to bunch up together and actually push it together.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just about to say, I think right now what Semperpos need to do is they need to pick a site, and they need to just execute into that site with all their players immediately. We do finally see the AWPs picked up for Jules and Brucalis, so the double AWP setup there, probably 1B and one towards that mid position. Jules is going to be here, spam through this through the wall. He's actually going to do quite a bit of damage. The Molotov's going to block off Davey, pushing up in the rest of the squad.
Their counter util is used really well.
It really is,
They use their information and instantly react with that information.
Yeah, and Jules going to get that double kill there. Super clean from him. Shepard is almost takes down one. Finally takes down Zonix. But now the T's, they're boxed in. The last two left, Pac-Man and Jackalope. They are 100% boxed in. There's nothing they can do. Ooh, Jackalope. Actually gets two. This could be entrance.
Hey,
last player spotted. Oh, the double peek though. Catzog takes down the bomber, and that's once again Jackalope. Everything down to that AWP. Could do some dirty work here, but has to be smart about this smoke peek. Jackalope looking in the wrong direction. Probably going to get caught out. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for that one.
That moment where you can't grasp where you are in the smoke.
Yeah, I can't get very disorienting sometimes. I fall victim to that all the time. You know, they throw smoke in a position, you just sit there and you're like, I don't really know where I am or what I'm looking at. And yeah, you just kind of get caught out by that. So that's going to be 6 rounds to 0 now. Wirelink, quite a dominant half here. Not to be too unexpected though. Like we said, the CT side is quite a strong one. Brucalis going to get a nice opening pick with the AWP there in mid. Can't get the re-peek, but they are falling back to take the next. Angle Hunter's there to take another one down. And once again, the T attack is just kind of crumbling as they begin. You know, they do only have the pistols, so not really much they can do with that. But yeah.
Yeah, they really need to get around if they want to see themselves coming back from this game.
Yeah, they need to do a bit of a mental reset.
Yeah,
try something new.
And there we go. Wirelink takes the round 7-0.
Yeah, and once again, they pick up the double AWP setup. It's been working pretty decently. It's a nice gun if you can use it well on certain angles. It can really, really bottleneck certain positions. So they're going to pick that up. But the T's, they're also going to be picking up a double AWP setup of their own. Let's see if they can utilize it. They might be able to catch Brucalis out here on the cross. Oh, but Brucalis is too quick for Swordbox. That's going to be an easy one for Brucalis. Super ready for that. And another failed nade. Davey missing that one out. Going to force them more utility. And Jules also super aware of positioning there. Really props to Jules on the AWP right now, doing such a good job.
Playing amazingly. And that flash just got him good.
Oh, Pac-Man. Oh, Pac-Man actually gets the call out. Looking in the perfect position there. Lines them up, doesn't even realize it. Gets the double K, and this evens things out a little bit. Maybe making a little bit easier. There's only one CT towards A and one towards B. Looks like
this might possibly be their round.
Maybe they could do it. They have 50 seconds left on the clock, so there is time to play with. Need to catch Hunter though, and Hunter is going to get such a brilliant timing peek right down to Pac-Man. Going to make things looking a little bit more difficult for Jackalope. 1v2. Gonna get spotted as well. Hunter
Take the push, and
is gonna win it.
unfortunately, just didn't work out for them.
Yeah, that was just a really, really lucky shot, I think, from... Was it
Wildling
Softbox?
know where to sit and hold their angles very well. I find they also work really well as a team. Because when their rotates come in, they rotate quite fast and from all different angles to corner the terrorists to the point where they don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely agree with you there. That seems to be the lowdown on what's happening. Jules going to get a nice opening pick. Softbox does actually catch Kerzog out in that apps area there. But the bomb is towards B. They are moving up. It's a 2-2, so they're going to meet equal resistance. Brucalis, though, he's right here waiting for that exact thing to happen. And the bomb still towards B. Gonna get naded off by Jules, who's just waiting, and actually gonna get the Molotov kill there. Zonic's not able to get out in time, and that's gonna give Jules the confidence to peek this one.
She knows exactly where to look.
Jackalope is watching the corner of the smoke, and the flick comes in. Good stuff from Jackalope. It's still a 2v3 though, but now looking a little bit more possible for the T's right now. They just need to get something going here, and Pac-Man is gonna be the one to do it. Gonna get that pick.
So it looks like they still want to push B, no?
Looks like it. I thought that might have been a bit of a miscommunication, but it does look like they're going to use 35 seconds to push through CT and try and catch Shepard off guard, but I don't know if Shepard's going to be having any of that.
They might be rather taking their chances B.
Yeah, here comes Pac-Man, Jackalope.
He doesn't
Hunter going to be ready?
There that someone's coming up behind him.
Shepard needs to be ready for this. Pac-Man is going to catch Shepard off guard completely.
Nice.
It's going to be an open sight.
Crossfire.
Yeah, and the bomb can go down now. And oh, beautiful stuff.
Nice.
Finally,
so the
Semper
dream
Paz.
has been broken.
It has, and Semper Paz they get their first round on the board thanks to a big brain play there and a couple of good picks mid-round. That's good stuff there from Semper Paz.
That was great team effort there. So hopefully this might be the start of something good.
It could certainly be, especially since that could give them the mental confidence to try again with some confident plays, which could do something. Oh, but Brucalis, yeah, so quick on that mid-peak, catching out Dafy unexpected. And the Utor used on Banana is just going to keep the CTs kind of just not moving right now. They are down a man. Things are a little bit difficult for them. Actually, Brucalis is going to be doing so much work for the team right now. Brucalis, 9 frags just behind Jules, who's on 12 frags right now. So much work for the team.
One's pushing apps.
Yeah, Brucalis is just here. Brucalis and Jules doing so much work. Brucalis, I think, got like 3 or 4 frags in that. Just playing
work so well together. And Jules, amazing AWP skills, especially down the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. 13 frags and 10 frags respectively for Jules and Brucalis. So they are certainly bringing the heat. And Semper Paz, they need to adapt. They need to get that aggression or counter-aggression going as well, considering how quickly and aggressively Brucalis and Jules are playing. Jules is up close here. Oh, catches out Dafy once again, just so ready. Everything that Semper Paz have to throw at them. Things are difficult once again. Kavtog spots one out. It's going to retreat super quickly. Softbox really in the right place to catch this one out. The spam is good though. The double peek as well.
To push.
Jackalope.
Nice.
One, but the trade is there at least. The PP buys doing the work. Unlimited magazine.
In their play.
Pac-Man, what a shot.
Amazing.
Good stuff, but now set 27 HP and 1v2. Something needs to happen here. It has to take down Kerzog. He's looking in the right place, but Kerzog is playing it slow. Playing it smart. The util comes out. Bomb needs to go down sometime, but it is 50 seconds left. Pac-Man has to play this one smart.
But see how Katsoff and Brutalis waited for each other to reach a site so they could push
And
together.
so close, but Brucalis is there.
Yeah.
And they do play it very well. Like you said, they are playing very nicely as a team, while playing very nicely in tandem with one another. And that's just going to give them the advantage in pretty much every situation if they continue playing like that.
So currently we're sitting at 10-1 to Ireland.
Absolutely in Wirelink's favor right now, and we can see why. They are playing very, very well. Quick rush up Banana. It's going to be the T's play right now. A little bit of nade damage done. Do have 8k, so they could make something work. Jules is here, though. Catches up Pac-Man. Spam through the smoke. Not going to get anyone out. But it is one frag for nothing. 16 HP on Jackalope. Gonna make things difficult for site entry here. Jules is once again super close. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Jackalope gonna go down. Only had 12 HP. Oh, Jules. Oh. Jules just uses that cheeky strategy. Tosses the pistol out to fake a nade and then just peeks the angle. Nice and close. Catches him out. 11-1. Yeah, and so we're sitting on 11-1. It's creeping closer to the end of the half and potentially a match point. The Wirelink team, they've really been handing it to Semper Pos right now. Super dominant.
And Jules has been amazing.
Jackalope is going to be here, though. Gets only one for the trouble. The trade, so at least it's still even in terms of manpower. But Brucalis again getting aggressive in mid. Swordbox, though, actually getting a nice timing play there. Going to catch Brucalis completely off guard. Pick up the bomb as well and get that AK upgrade. Try and even things out a little bit for the team. Still a 2v3, though. The T's, they have to pull the trigger somehow.
So we've got 2 CTs by A. One sitting anchoring Banana.
Now, there is 1 minute on the clock, so there is some time to play with. Need to decide which site they're going to hit right now.
I think hitting B would be a great...
Certainly is, and the tag does come down. Davey, 29 HP on Shepard.
They need to push together.
Absolutely, and they have gotten the CTs to fall back, and the rotation is coming in quick, but if Semper Pos play this one quick enough, they might get into sight just in time there. Actually, Davey's going to spot out Shepard. That's going to be a nice takedown there. Bomb should be going down here unless Hunter has anything to say about it, and he will. Bomb goes down, Swordbox taken down. Now it's onto Davey to do something here. 1v2, getting flanked from behind. He's peeking in the right place, but just not enough damage. Cats are going to win that one. 12-1. Certainly is quite a difficult round for them. And actually, Jules is going to be picking up the noob cannon along with Brucalis. They realize it's the last couple rounds of the half, and they just want a YOLO.
It's YOLO time.
Yeah, a little bit of BM, but I suppose when you're winning like this,
I find the noob cannon can be quite difficult to handle sometimes. It's that kickback.
Oh yeah. That's kickback, but you know what? When you can hit the shots, it doesn't really matter. But Softbox going to be good for that one. Jules is here, though. The auto sniper doing the work, and the spam through the wall. Might be doing some damage, but nothing comes of it just yet. But the T's, they are kind of boxed in right now, right at the bottom of ramp there. Oh, but Jules has the ability to just sit there and spam. And it does work out. Brucalis. Oh, going to spot 2, and that's actually going to be the death of Brucalis. Not able to pick a target and just commit to it. It's going to mean that it is even now, 3v3. Catdog spots one out. Does go for the repeat, but nothing going to come of it just yet. He's not getting flanked here, though. Jules is here with the noob cannon, ready to smash. And smash it will. There goes the bomb. Now the T's there, very much caught off. Catdog spots out all the players, gets all the frags. 13-1 for Wirelink. And they keep both of the noob cannons. none of the noob
And
cannons
an
went
orb.
down. Yeah, I mean, if not, why not?
Interesting round.
It's working. It's working. So, Jules and
At this point,
Brucalis.
having fun with it.
Yeah, they certainly are, and I mean that's what it's all about at the end of the day, you know. It's the corporate league, so just have a little bit of fun with it, do some team building, you know. Don't take it too much to heart, you know. Do what you can, learn what you can, and come back next season looking stronger. Swordbox though, nice opening frag onto Hunter. The trade is good though, but Hunter is tagged down pretty low, 32 HP. They are going to make their way very quickly towards that library position. Brucalis is going to spot it out. The flick is good.
And
The bomb is
goes
down. Yeah, and that's going to be a 2v4 for that last round of the half. Make things a little bit more difficult for Sempapos once again. Davey is here in the right spot, but has to catch people out. Sortbox, good for one.
Nice.
Now it's a 1v3. Not really. I don't really see a world in which this happens. Capsog going to peek it and is good. And that's going to be 14 rounds to 1 in favor of Wire Linked. Yeah, what can I say? My big brain predictions are pretty solid. And Wire Linked
What
looking
can I
pretty
say?
dominant.
Yes, eh?
Yes, I'm aware I said that last time and it didn't really work out. You know, I'm not always right? It's like a 98% correctness.
You're right
curve.
when you're right, you're wrong when you're right.
We are going to start out the half with some nades on Hunter and Brutality.
So let's
Davey
see how they...
has the nade of his own. Jewel going to go down 44. Nice nade there. It's going to be a nice bit of opening damage onto Jules. And
So it looks like they've decided to take this round slow.
yeah, it certainly does look like.
Map a bit.
I must say, I'm not a big fan of slow rounds, but if you can make it work properly, then I am a big fan, because a lot of teams, they don't really know how to execute those plays, so which is why I'm not a big fan of it most of the time. But if you do know how to execute the slower plays, then it can be quite beautiful. Jules actually going to go down, was tagged down to like 44, so easy head tap for Davey. Zonic's also going to get it. Pac-Man as well. The CT's USP damage is just too much for WireLink to handle right now, and Shepard actually going to do a bit of team damage there, getting caught a little bit by surprise. And, yeah, the weapon's just not good enough for Wire to be able to use to any degree.
Seems a little bit lost in deciding.
Yeah, and I mean, in a situation like this,
in apps,
it's
one
difficult.
going down bottom mid.
And the Pac-Man is going to be getting a nice juicy nade onto Shepard then. But attack down 16 HP for Shepard. This should be round 2 for Sempapos, and maybe the beginning of a comeback. Who knows?
Nice. So this is a perfect example of how CT is or how this map is a very CT-sided map.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you know, especially on that first round. You know, those USPs, they do a lot of damage, and if you find the heads, which Sempapos were, then, you know, it's good. Good, especially considering these can't get head armor first round.
It's a great aim in that first round.
Yeah, have picked themselves up some Mac 10s though and a scout, so let's see what they can do with this. Conversely though, have some pickups of their own. Brucalis going to be super quick with the Mac 10. Going to get that opening frag. Not going to get the second one, but still picks out so aggressively. Going to spot out quite a few players. The rest of the team is coming up here to support. Have slowed down a little bit though. Not getting too aggressive, which I like. Now they need to decide what they want to do. They do have that smoke there for CT. They could push this site, but actually, maybe they're just making noise.
Rotate.
And they are doing that exactly. Sortbox is here though, could catch them out. There's one, almost a second, actually gets Shepard as well.
Bomb goes down.
Nice 2k there. It's up to Jules with the deagle. The shot is good. Bomb should be able to go down here, but it's a 3v3. Health advantage.
One rotating through
Really to anyone.
library and the archer side.
You know, the CTs, they have to make something happen here now that the Ts have site control. Davey's going to be peeking up super quickly, catches one out, and going to tag Katzog down to 45 HP. Hunter's here though. Double frag there. Easy. Now it's up to Davey to do absolutely everything, and I don't think there's much time to do anything. actually going to get caught out by the scout. And that's going to be pretty much that. 15 rounds should be going the way. But actually, brilliant stuff from Davey. Does he have a kit? No, he's not going to be able to get it. And he's actually going to go down. That's 15 rounds, so close, but just not enough. 15-2, and now Semper Pos, they can only hope to try and make some sort of miracle comeback here to get themselves back in this. Once again, we're going to see 2 scouts picked up for Jules and Hunter. 2 AKs for Bukaz and Shepard, and of course, the SMG for Kavzog. Once again, we see a slow play coming out there. They haven't really rushed anywhere too quickly.
No, I think
Quick mid control. And actually, the bomb is really going fast. Straight up that mid lane there. It's going to take down Davey.
Great push.
That. Yeah, we're going to get taken out by the mag.
Goes down.
That shotgun can do so much damage.
Oh, yes. Now they have to aim to retrieve this bomb.
Yeah, and Pac-Man is holding this angle nice and tight. They are on 10 HP, but 10 HP is enough for at least one shot, and one shot's all you need with this thing. If it's on the head, it can be devastating. Spam is going to come down, though. Eventually, Pac-Man will go down, but not before Jules has anything to say about it. Gets tagged down to 17 HP.
Looks like they're going B.
Yeah, it looks like Sotbox 1 HP is going to be pretty much done and dusted right now. Sotbox not going to be able to do it. 16 rounds for wire length. GG to both of the teams.
Well played. Unfortunately, I mean, I was hoping for a little bit of a more of a fight from Semper Pos, but Wirelink just held their ground. I mean, we've seen it from the last 4 rounds. They've been really good, and they continue to hold their ground.
Yeah, absolutely, and you also see some Shine players, Jules and Brucalis, and all of them, they're putting in the big time work, really getting things done, getting really aggressive, taking that information. We saw the CTs in the first half, they were getting that information and just making the plays off of it until they got that confidence, and the confidence pretty much just carried them throughout the rest of that game. So, GG, well played.
GG.
We are going to go into a little bit of break now, so thank you everyone who tuned in for this one. The next game will be up shortly. Go and get yourself some water or something, and if you haven't heard already, there's a nice giveaway. Focal Vlogger, just head over to the Facebook page, like the original post for the giveaway, tag 3 of your friends, like REA's Facebook page, and also the Focal Vlogger Facebook page, and you could stand a chance to win a case of Focal Vlogger beer. It's Mortal Kombat 11 Focal Vlogger beer, so definitely a nice one to pick up if you are around. You can do that, so definitely go and do that, and yeah, enjoy the break. We'll be back shortly. Thank you to Blue, who co-casted this one. Good to have you.
Thanks, guys. Good to be here. First time ever, and it was great fun. Bit wobbly in the beginning, I know, but can only go from here, hey?
Absolutely. It's always a nice, good experience to learn.
Yeah.
So GG, and we'll see you guys. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Season 2 of the Re-Ace Corporate League. We're back for the second game of the night. And look, guys, hear me out now. The teams that we got lined up for this game right here is going to be one hell of a spicy game, especially considering the map that they just picked. But before we get into that, I'm just going to remind you, as usual, of that nice, sweet little giveaway of some beer. And who doesn't want free beer? All you have to do is head over to the RE-Ace Facebook page, give it a like, go to the Forkoff Lager Facebook page, give it a like, and go and reshare that original giveaway post. Tag 3 of your friends, leave comments, and you have entered yourself to win a nice case of that Forkoff Lager MK11 beer right there. So go ahead and do that while I give you the lowdown on exactly what we're going to be seeing here today. It is Mirage, ladies and gentlemen. It is Mirage, and it's not just any Mirage. It is some of the best plays that we've seen so far in this tournament on Mirage. If you guys remember the last time that you were with me specifically, we had Tully Bunny going absolutely nuts on this map, and it seems like they have decided to pick it again and maybe go and do the same thing. So it is going to be Semper Web against PSSG. And yeah, so Semper Web, we have, of course, Burr, Stan, or STN, I don't know how that is supposed to be said. Stan, alright, cool, I had it right the first time. Onage, and of course, Tully Bunny himself. Then on the PSSG side, we have Wachi, Lord Dirty Sloth, Ninja Bunny, Akatsuki, and Crossevan. And let me just tell you right now, I am voting 100%. My big brain strats are telling me Semper Web have got this one. If Tully Bunny was anything to go by last time, then I'm sure that they're going to be able to show us some amazing stuff once again. You guys are in for a treat for sure whenever Tully Bunny's in the server. And of course, our favorite Kanaki Kane on Semper Web, who nobody knows how to say, but everyone knows. Please fix your name. It never will be fixed. It's going to be Kanaki Ken. Whatever it is, we're going to see some great plays, I'm sure. All of the players on Semper Web last time, they definitely stepped it up. They showed us some great stuff. The aggression was amazing. And some of the AWPing, I think, if I remember correctly, was just so good to watch as well. So we're definitely in for a treat here, and I cannot wait for the teams to ready up and get themselves going and see what happens. Of course, like I said, Semper Web did win the knife round, so they got to choose, and obviously they chose Mirage. We'll be picking sides momentarily. We will be getting into game in no time. Now, when I talk about Mirage, the big thing that I like to see are A-site executes. Now, considering the PSSG Gaming are going to need to make the T-side work, it seems, we will have to see some nice utility usage onto whichever site they decide to execute on. And as always, I absolutely hate it when we see the T-side slowing things down all the way to a point where they kind of lose the picture a little bit. They lose the plot, and kind of just, yeah, it doesn't work out. They waste time and things don't go their way. It seems like Stan wants to be called STN, but if Stan wanted to be called STN, then it should be capital S, capital T, capital N. Because right now this reads Stan, which I will enunciate as Stan. So until he changes his name, he will be Stan. And I'm the caster, so I get to say that however. Until you call me out on Twitter for it. I'm expecting it. Don't at me. Or at me if you actually want to call me out. But in any case, we're going to see the teams are readying up. So we will be getting into game momentarily. Just waiting for the last couple of players. But my eyes are on Burr, Kanaki, and Tully Bunny for the Semper Web team. I think they were the top 3 performers of the last time around. And yeah, on the side of PSSG, maybe looking at Katsuki, maybe Bunny, maybe Sloth. Last time I did vote for PSSG because they had the ninja on their team, but of course that didn't really work out for me the last time. But this time around, we are going to have me voting for Semper Web because I've seen what Talibani can do on this map, and I'm utterly convinced. Utterly convinced and swayed. So yeah, that is my big brain prediction. Let's see if that comes to fruition. So, of course, we will be going in pretty quickly. They're just going to finish the quote-unquote knifing round, and then we will be in no time.
Evening, gentlemen.
Ah, greetings, Lion.
I have escaped from the grasps of the YouTube stream to join you.
You have escaped the grasp of YouTube to come and join us on Twitch. Well, welcome. Welcome. We're about to see quite an incredible game.
For the link, and then I'll be on.
Okay, let me see if I can drop that for you. But last time we saw these teams, it was quite a spectacle. So I'm very excited for this. Let me just send that message.
Okay, let's enter it.
All right, we have gotten into the live round. Immediately, no utility whatsoever, which I disagree with. I like to buy utility side, but let's see what PSSG do with this one. They rush super quickly, and Kanaki's there with that headshot instantly getting one. The T's slowly push onto site, but Talibani and Burr are here to do the rest of that work, catching everyone absolutely off guard. And this is classic Talibani here, just in that position where you do not expect them to be, just taking everyone out. And so we're going to start immediately. Round one, Talibani's already on 3 kills. They're going to pick up the M4 for themselves, whereas the rest of the CT is going to be picking up some other utility.
Yeah, we've got the Bison. You never count out that gun nowadays.
Yeah, I suppose nowadays if you could just fire 20 million round range, eventually
Exactly.
something's going to hit. You see some Mac.
And I mean, if you run out of ammo on that gun, then something's seriously going wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see Onage going to be doing the initial kill, and actually none of the T's looking in the right direction. That's going to mean so much damage going down there. The Mac 10's not going to be doing as much damage as they would want to. Kanaki going to jump through, get that headshot. Stan as well, going to be taking down Buddy Sloth. Another quick round for Semper Web, and just like my predictions are hinting towards, we see Semper Web with that super dominant play so early on. They already have a great set of economy going. They have good weapons, strong utility. Everything's going for them right now. PSSG Gaming on the back foot, and it's only round 3.
To be a little confusion going here from Dirty Sloth and what he needs to be doing. Sort of looking around in spirals in this one there for a bit.
Ooh, Ninja Bunny gets a nice headshot into Talibani. That's a big player to knock out super early in the round. This could mean a bit of an entrance into the round for them. They are watching this flank, which is a great big brain play, but it's not going to be enough. Burr just winning that straight up raw aim fight
Burr
right
doing
there.
what he does best, though. This is good old classic Burr.
Yeah,
Coming from behind and sneaking behind.
He's going to be shut down by Akatsuki, though. The Deagle, good. So it's going to be 4v3, and Semper Web, they started this one out looking good, but they have been shut down a little bit here. A bit of a man disadvantage for them. Still, though, Kanaki is here. Stan as well. Onage also doing pretty well in the last couple of rounds, so they have the chance to still win this one out, but PSSG, they have the man advantage. They have the time, 50 seconds left, so they have some time to play with. Let's see what they end up doing here.
Got some interesting players here, though, on both sides. Been on the receiving end of some beatings from both Talibani and Burr on Semper's side, so I know just how well they can play together. But on the other side, you got people like Ninja Bunny, Dirty Sloth, Wachi, who have played together.
Yeah, so there are some big players definitely to keep an eye out for. But while we say that, 2 of the T's going to go down. Lord Dirty Sloth left enough, and Kanaki, Stan, and Onage, they close that one out pretty easily in 3 rounds to 0 for Semper Web. Pick themselves an AWP up on Burr. They continue to try and keep that snowball that they have going.
Yeah, Burr is going to be one to watch now with that AWP.
Yeah, absolutely.
He can pull out some crazy shots with that gun.
Yeah, I remember the last time we saw them Burr doing some work, Talibani doing some work. So, big things. The execute does come in though, so the nades are going to that site to block things off. The counter util is good though, it does come through. Just the T's, they do have to wait a little bit, are forced to retreat. They do have the AKs though, so they're not at any sort of gun disadvantage aside. They do not have an AWP. Burr's gonna actually make quick work of Akatsuki and Palace. Gonna throw this nade out, could do some damage. Doesn't really do much. Now the man disadvantage for the team.
Hey, that 9 HP is the difference between a headshot with an M4 and an AK, so...
Certainly
Whilst-
is, but Cross7 going to take down Talibani once again. Talibani going down quickly, not really what you want to see. Burr is here. But the pause might just be coming in very quickly.
Unfortunately, it's only going to be an after-round pause. There had been
unfortunately,
damage
that
done,
is
so
how
the
it
round will
works.
not be reversed.
Lord Dirty Sloth going to get a nice pick up to Kanaki. It's all up to Stan with a Mac 10 to try and clutch this one out for the team. Is in the right place. The economy is good for Semper Web though, so if they lose this one, they can still spend a little bit of money. Stan can donate some guns, but the bomb looks like it'll be going down. Has been spotted out though. Can the AK win against this Mac 10? It will be successful. Lord Dirty Sloth taking down Stan. Now, it's the first round on the board for PSSG. An unfortunate disconnect for Semper Web is going to mean
Unfortunately,
the
that
ball comes through.
disconnect was in a bit of an awkward position for them because he was obviously assisting them on a site.
Yeah,
So
that is very
left them in a
unfortunate.
bit of an unfortunate predicament there.
Yeah, and that is going to mean that they are going to be a little bit shaky in terms of economy. But knowing Semper Web, knowing Kanaki, knowing Talibani and Stan and Burr, Onage, they can definitely still win this next round, even with the little bit of a disadvantage. You can't count them out, so shouldn't be
Especially
too much of
Burr
an
with
issue.
his deagle.
Yeah, shouldn't be too much of a drawback for them. They do have Ninja Bunny on the AWP though, so the T's, they have the chance to win this one out for themselves. Utilize this advantage as much as possible. We are live again into the round. And it looks like Ninja Bunny donates the gun to Akatsuki, and the rest of them are going to be relegated to AKs and SG553, and of course the MP5SD. Burr going to be using this Deagle, not really getting the heads, but a little bit of damage is going to come down. Akatsuki aware of the position, going to get that head shot onto Burr. The trade is instant though. Ninja Bunny picking up that all.
This is just showing the teamwork between Talibani and Burr, the history between these two players showing.
Oh, absolutely, and it's also showing the ability of Talibani just to be in that right place at the right time and hold the angle successfully against multiple opponents. It's going to force the T's onto the back foot. It's a 3v4 in a round where PSSG were looking like they had the advantage. Stan, though, could get a nice 3k if he swings out right, gets one, gets two, can't get a third, though. He's going to get traded out eventually, but that's such a huge setback for PSSG. Cross7 is the only one left live right now with the bomb. Has 50 seconds left to work with, but things are going to get sticky right now.
He can potentially pull something off here with the AWP. He is going up against a rifle and a pistol.
Absolutely. Could still be usable, but Onage going to shut one down immediately, and it's that pistol. Even that pistol does the work that it needs to do. And Semper Web are going to come out on top 4 rounds to 1, and they're going to put themselves in a good spot. If they win one more, their economy will be super strong.
He was just a little bit unlucky there, wasn't trying to play too aggressive. Just getting caught up there with a lucky jump down.
Yeah, unfortunate players like that, but it is what it is. Akatsuki is going to be on that Deagle now. See if they can make use of it. The rest of them, AKs and a Galil. Just try and make this work. They are rushing that app's position. They're making quick control there. This nade doesn't do any damage. The spray won't connect to anything either. Bunny should be on the quick rotate though. Sniffing this out should be an easy task. Burr gonna get a nice drop down AWP onto Akatsuki. That's gonna take away one of the players watching the flank there. Gonna make things difficult for PSSG. They are kind of stuck in this position. They did not commit to the rush, and that's gonna bite them in the back now. Trying to find some sort of way to get back in this round.
But you see there immediately from Burr and Talibani once again showing that team play between them. Burr getting the pick but taking some damage, immediately swapping with Tali.
Yeah, absolutely. The trade is good. Onage takes one. Gets Onage, but Stan is here with the Org, ready to hold this position. Should spot them out. There goes 1, 2. And that's going to drop the bomb as well and leave Dirty Sloth in a 1v4. Almost unwinnable situation unless something incredible happens right about now. Unless he can get like 4 taps with the AK. This should be pretty difficult. Burr's actually going to miss that one, but Stan is there to clean things up. And that's going to be 5 rounds for Semper.
Very, very lucky not to fall down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting
Luck
a
seems
little
to be the
bit
name of the
stuck
game.
between his teammates there, though. It was a bit of a Semper sandwich.
I like that. I like that. Semper sandwich. But Semper sandwich or not, they are going to take that round. So 5-1. And they have the double AWP setup now. Talibani and Burr both on the AWPs, ready to do something. Talibani's here on the A site. Not going to spot anything out in that A main position. Going to be moving over towards mid here and almost catches one out. Dirty Sloth going down to 32 HP. Now, Onage taking control of that app position is going to come back to bite them. Onage goes down to a Akatsuki, and that's going to open things up for the T's if they take advantage of this. But they're not going to be moving quickly in the bomb. Not on that side of the map. Talibani is here, though, to stop this push on towards A. And the T's making their way up ramp here. Not playing very slowly, though. They do push out onto side eventually. Wachi going to be first point of contact here and just going to be instantly taken out by Talibani. Taking out so quickly, just getting every single shot. Kanaki also going to get 1. That's going to leave Ninja Bunny and Akatsuki in a 2v4. Very, very difficult here since Talibani just everywhere where they need to be. Everywhere where they need to be. Stan going to clean that one up. Ninja Bunny going down, and that's going to be 6 rounds to 1 in favor of Semperweb.
Again, just you're seeing here the players who have played together before for a while, just showing you can see the cohesion between them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that speaks a really big, what can I say? It speaks a lot about the importance of chemistry in a team. You know, you can have team players that are very good at the game, but if they're not, you know, if they don't have that chemistry to work together well, you know, it doesn't really matter. But if you have those teammates who are good at the game, but they also have that cohesion between one another, things can just go so, so well. We're going to see that Ninja Bunny and Katsuki going to go down. Wachi soon to follow. Lord Dirty Sloth, he's the last one left alive as Crossman goes down. Those pistols not really doing the damage that they would have wanted them to do. Dirty Sloth is caught here towards Apps, and not much you can really do. Burr's going to pick that one up with another shot there. Lord Dirty Sloth not able to get the spray down quick enough. And if you're not quick enough against an AWP, you are going to fall soon enough. Double AWP setup still strong for Semperweb. Talibani and Burr still on those AWPs. And they have upgraded Stan to that 8K. Double AWP setup also for PSSG. Ninja Bunny and Akatsuki are going to be picking those up. And 2 SG 553s for G and Cross 7 respectively. Utility goes down nice and early to give the T some control here, but they have to utilize this. It looks like they're going to be playing quite slowly. Not really doing too much with the control that they do have. Akatsuki finally going to be looking towards this mid area to try and do something, and actually going to catch Burr completely off guard with nade in hand. The utility, though, is going to force him out of position. That might just be difficult for Akatsuki to keep themselves in this round. Actually holding the angle perfect, takes on Stan as well. Akatsuki doing a lot of work for the team right now. This could be PSSG's round. They keep playing this one smart. Wachi almost going to get that one, but Kanaki going to win that aim battle, even against the SG553. It's going to mean that the CTs, they are in a man disadvantage, but look at Ninja Bunny and Akatsuki, 29 and 39 HPs. Not going to make things easy for them, although with an AWP, you don't really have too much health. If you can get that one shot off, that's usually good for at least one frag. You just need to play this one smart. They are moving this bomb towards that B site. There is a CT here to meet. Cross 7.
It's a little bit risky, though, having only bomb alone or backup. I would maybe like to see one of the mid guys push up through lows just to go system.
Yeah, and I think maybe they
get the repick.
Yeah, like you said, moved towards somebody towards catwalk, somebody through lowers maybe just to help it out, and that's actually going to bite them in the behind. Cross7 goes down, the bomb also goes down, and now the rest of the T's are towards this A site, but with 13 seconds left, they need to
They're just
clean up
gonna
the
waste some
kills and
time.
get that bomb. Finally, Akatsuki can get that pick, but it's just not enough. It's not going to be in time to get the plant. Even with the man advantage, it looks like they won't be able to get that frag. Kanaki doing the due diligence, hiding, even though they will go down, it's going to be Semperweb's round, and that's just playing the game, you know, knowing that you don't have to get too aggressive, and a little bit of a mistake from PSSG not supporting their bomber.
Could see a lot of patience showing from Canada. I mean, yes, he's only sitting mid-table, but with 2 deaths, he's showing a lot of patience not to get aggressive when it's not needed. He's just holding back. You know, keeping that team economy in a safe position, the ability to buy 1 or 2 guns for the team if needed as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be getting a nice frag onto Ninja Bunny. But, you know, I think it's also a lot to do with the decision-making, because PSSG, they played that round really, really well. They got the picks that they needed. Look, Akatsuki taking down Bird, and these are the kind of picks they've been playing for, but they made that mistake at the end of the round to send the bomb alone. The bomb goes down. No support team on the opposite side of the map, and just things go crazy for them. You know, so they need to get the picks that they're getting. They need to play around just like that previous round, but they need to clean up those mistakes. It's going to be a 3v4 here. T's on the back foot once again, but the B side is pretty much open if they decide to go here, and they will. This could be the bomb plant. This could be the round that PSSG need if they want to get themselves the momentum and shut down Semperweb from this absolute onslaught that they've been showing here. Well, Dirty Sloth trying to attack some attention. 6 HP, though, has to back off this one. The CTs, though, they're going to be quick on the rotate. The bomb does go down, but Stan going to be winning out the aim fight. Cross7 here to get the trade, but it's a 2v3, and Lord Dirty Sloth 60. Not going to be very much when it comes to that aim battle. Has to be super, super clean and super quick. And actually, Cross7 going to be doing a little bit of spam pre-fire there. Going to catch Kanaki completely out, but Tully Bunny, such a brilliant flick frag there. And the nade, that Molotov in apps, is going to stop Lord Dirty Sloth from getting forward. And Tully Bunny is there to take that easy frag. That's going to be 9-1. Semperweb takes that one.
Yeah, they're just not having that support there for that post-bomb plant, it seems.
Yeah.
It's very nice having a lurker going around the map, but if you don't have players to support your bomb post plant, it's very risky because you run the risk of even losing the round without your whole team dying.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see time and again that PSSG, you know, the bomber usually not really able to win the trades, you know, so definitely need to send somebody with just to support. Oh, Onage going to be taking down one. Burr also gets one himself. Once again, the T is just on the back foot. Burr pushing through so aggressively. Should have spotted the bomb out, so they know where that is. But it's a 1v5 for Wachi, and pretty much nothing to do here. They've got them pretty pinned down in this apps area. Once
Maybe
again,
to make
another
us an
round.
escape, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, if you go look back at those problems, it's exactly what we're saying here. You know, you support and you need to be stopping this aggression that Burr is showing in that mid area there, because we saw that the round that PSSG almost won there was a round where Akatsuki got some really good mid picks. Burr went down, I think Talibani went down, lots of people went down to that mid position, and that opened up their map in a big way for PSSG. They just weren't able to close it out. They didn't get the support of the bomb, like you said. So I want to see Akatsuki getting those picks. I want to see them supporting that mid player to get the picks, get that control, and then start moving on.
They also just need to maybe just do a site here, just like this, get a proper util push through onto a site.
Ooh, Wachi, a little bit of a failed nade there. Burr has a little bit of a gap in the smoke here to see through into mid. And like you said, I would like to see either what I said previously, or just like you said, a nice site execute, just a full commit 5-man towards the site. The util comes out, they take the site, get into a post-blunt scenario. That's what I want to see, but it seems like even though that's what they looked like they were doing, they've split up once again. This time there is at least one player with the bomber, but half the team, or 3 players to be exact, going to be here towards the A site. There is a trade on A site, but maybe trying to attract a lot of attention, and it is working. There's only one CT here towards B, so the fake will be working pretty well, but winning the battles they need to be winning.
There we go.
The map, though, Akatsuki finally taking that entry frag to the B site. That means the bomb will go down here. So 2v3, so PSSG finally on the upper hand. Akatsuki looking in the perfect place. That's exactly what I wanted to see from this team. Play something, and the fake works beautifully. Akatsuki on point with the frags, and now it's on to Tully Bunny to try and make something happen here. Try and catch these T's out in the post-plant position. Will have the position we give away. Lord Dirty Sloth coming in so quickly, not being expected by Tully Bunny. That's going to be finally the second round on the board for PSSG. Finally, they take control like we've been wanting them to
See
do.
what one player makes a difference. One player pushing with bomb made all that difference.
Absolutely. Just supporting that bomber really, really helped. A lot of entrance into that. And that fake really did work as well. They attracted the attention of the CTs, brought everyone to the A side. And even though a lot went down towards the A side, it was still an easy pickup once they had that bomb down in the post-plant scenario. It was in, and Akatsuki looking in the right place. That's what I wanted to see from Akatsuki. I wanted to see them in a position where they're getting the necessary angles and they're just holding them and getting the picks they need to get. I'm going to see Semper Webb relegated to only one AWP in the hands of Tully Bunny. Burr, though, is getting very aggressive. Going to catch out Akatsuki so well with that pop flash. Going to take down Akatsuki then. That's going to slow down the terrorists' plans here. Not really sure what...
Bit of a scrappy spray there from Burr, though.
It was, but with that flashbang, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The smoke does come down to try and deny Burr any vision, but knowing Burr, he'd probably just push straight through this.
It's going to, not only that, they've given the position away by running quite loudly through both spawn and mid. So he is in full aware that there is a guy sitting waiting for him.
Yeah. He's going to be here, though, and the rest of the team is going to be moving towards the A side, and they get taken down immediately. Ninja Bunny last one left alive. Tempo Web going to take 11th round with Burr cleaning up that kill onto Ninja Bunny. Yeah, and it looks like Tempo Web, just like I predicted in the beginning of this match, they are super dominant, playing very well. Tully Bunny with 15 frags, Onage following closely behind Burr, who has 14 frags. And yeah, Simple Web putting in that work. Everyone kind of just showing up. Whereas PSSG looked a little bit shaky. They only started to come into themselves right about now, getting their strategies together.
To be honest, it does kind of seem more of a support Akatsuki show than anything from them. They seem putting a little bit too much faith in one player. And that stress can get to a player as well, having to carry a team.
Yeah, it certainly can, and we've seen it a number of times. Even in a lot of people argue that very often was what G2 looked like in the majors. Just put everything on Kenny S and hope he does something. They have cleaned up a lot there, a couple of roster changes and whatnot, so they're looking a lot better. But like you said, it is kind of a scenario what we're seeing here. Akatsuki just kind of support a Akatsuki game, throw the AWP, see if they can get mid control. The AWP is not in Akatsuki's hands, but Cross7 going to get a nice headshot onto Burr there in the mid. That's going to open things up a little bit for them. Hopefully they do something with this pick, and they don't just sit around wasting time. Looks like Ninja Bunny will be trying to get a pick towards B. Wide P comes out, but nothing spotted just yet. Meanwhile, the bomb is still in Palace, sitting patiently, waiting for something to happen. 40 seconds on the clock. Something needs to start getting into motion right about now. Tully Bunny going to be peeking. This one actually gets Ninja Bunny, who was holding the angle, gets surprised by the quick shot from Tully Bunny. Kanaki is also here, taking down Akatsuki, and this is just falling apart for PSSG right now. Tully just so good, playing the angle perfectly, taking down Dirty Sloth as well. 2v4, Wachi and Cross7, the last ones left alive, and the positions of both those players are well known.
Down just to get their team a little bit of extra money.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are going to be seeing PSSG kind of just being slowly dismantled and taken apart piece by piece here. They are going to finally decide to just execute fully towards us. And actually, Kanaki going to fail a Molotov, and that's going to allow Akatsuki and the rest of the T-Squad to get into this. And this might be what they were looking for. Finally get that trade, and they're actually going to be taking down the site pretty quickly. This is what we've been waiting for from PSSG Gaming. But Burr is going to be here getting those frags that he needs to get. 2v2. Stan gets caught out, but he is going to get the frag in return. Ninja Bunny, last one left alive, and it's going to be peaked by Onage. That half goes so well for Semper Webb, And every time that PSSG looked like they were going to be getting things going for them, things in their favor, they just get shut down by Semper Web. Tully Bunny, Burr, Onage, everyone just playing so well and just winning out things that they shouldn't technically be winning. Like you said, we did see some little bit of questionable sprays from Burr and failed nades from Kanaki, allowing free entrance onto the fight, but even despite that, Semper Web still managed to win it out.
But it's just that they know how to recover from these moments. When something goes wrong, these guys they have a backup plan.
Absolutely. And the backup plan comes in very, very handy. Nice headshot onto Burr in the apps position there. That's going to be very, very good. But it draws all the CTs towards B. Only one waiting here. Tully Bunny get a huge flick onto it. Yeah, it's just incredible stuff. Onage also going to be there getting some big headshots. Tully Bunny as well. And that's going to leave Wachi all alone against Stan with a Tech 9, and it's not going to be enough. 14-2, and Semper Web moving their way in towards that match point and to take that dub.
It's just there was a bit of a risky play stacking B there. It's understandable why they did it. They were thinking, if they did push B, that could have turned out in their favor. But unfortunately, when it's this late in the game, you can't take risks like that. You have to sort of stick to tried and tested stuff and what you know works. Don't start trying new interesting things.
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose there could be an argument made for, trying out big risks and risking it all to make big returns, big risk, big reward. But like you said, maybe the play is just to kind of play it like by the books. It looks like they're going to be getting some nice trades there. Katsuki and Sloth going to be taking down some. A brilliant eye from Tully Bunny, though.
Just getting a little cheeky now with them.
Yeah, it certainly is. But I mean, at this point, you're so far ahead, it doesn't really matter that much. You can start to be a little bit, I don't want to say cocky, but you can be a little bit more.
It is.
Yeah.
A little bit more disrespectful.
Yeah, you can certainly call it that. They can do that. They have the right to play with now. The bomb is down, though, and Kanaki and Tully Bunny, they're going to be holding this one pretty decently. Might get caught out here, though. Kanaki, ready to hold the angle. It's a 1v1, but Kanaki, 35 HP. But PSSG is just not peeking quick enough. Not looking in the right place. Kanaki...
He was just all over the place there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure where he was looking, but he wasn't clearing sight, and that's going to be the ultimate demise. In 15 rounds for Semper Web, they are on match point, and one more will give them that victory.
They're just putting Tully in an environment where he thrives now, a zero-pressure environment, where there is so many rounds left in the fight where he can just enjoy himself, and now it's really showing.
Yeah, like you said, zero-pressure environment. Tully Bunny can pretty much do whatever they want, and look at that. Tully Bunny get a nice spray through the...
Almost takes his teammate down, though.
through the smoke he does, but Onage going to get a nice head. 30 Sloth. Going to use that deagle to some proficiency. It's 3v3. Tully Bunny is down, so can't do any crazy plays there. Stan is here, though, to stop this one. Going to jump down the mat 10. Going to get one. The trade is good, though, so it's still a 2v2. Health advantage is in PSSG's favor. Now, Kanaki also going to go down to Akatsuki. And finally, PSSG find themselves in a favorable... Onage only has a scout to try and make this work. Does have a minute to play with, so can play this one slow, but actually going to get caught up from behind. Wachi taking that one. 15-3. PSSG finally getting themselves around, and hopefully for them, maybe they can get themselves a couple more to try and keep themselves in this.
Just hope they don't become too sloppy now, Semper.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good and well when you're 15 rounds in, but Semper Web, they just if they just give a little bit of respect over to PSSG and play it by the books, play it properly, they could close this one out for themselves very quickly. Katsugi, though, going to get that opening kill onto Kanaki. Execute coming through, a little bit of util onto A. They are relegated to pistols, so PSSG, they do have the advantage, being that they have full guns, but Tully Bunny doesn't care. Tully Bunny finds the heads with deagles, and that's all that you need to do with that gun. They're going to be getting Ninja. Bomb moving into position to go down 3v3, but the health advantage is in the way of Semper Web. They're going to be taking on Wachi. It looks like Semper Web are going to be moving to close this one out right here and right now. Stan should have spotted one out, but might be caught out here. They're actually going to go for that cheeky knife and there it is. Semperweb take a dominant Mirage map. GG to both of the teams. We saw some great plays, but unfortunately, putting all that pressure onto Akatsuki just wasn't enough. Tully Bunny, Burr, Onage, Kanaki Stan, everyone showed up. They got the frags. Big shout out again to Tully. 25 frags in that round. That is some great stuff from them. And like I said, we're going to see some great stuff from them. So that is going to be the second round, or the second match for tonight. We're going to go into another break before we hit that third match of the night. And before we do so, once again, I'm going to remind you of that giveaway that we have going for a nice case of Fokov Lager MK11 beer there. You can win yourself one pretty easily. All you have to do is go and enter through the Facebook page, like the post, reshare it, tag 3 of your friends, and like REACE and Fokov Lager's Facebook pages, and you have entered yourself in to win a very, very nice case of beer to celebrate with. Of course, if you're under 18, you can give the beer to your dad and keep the can, or whatever the case is. And we don't encourage excessive drinking, but it is what it is. Go and enter now.
It's free beer.
Yeah, exactly. It's free beer. Just do it. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon for the third and final game for tonight. Stick around.
take my hand and we'll go away to a different place. Float on air and we'll hide away. I'll be your escape. Look up and feel the shifting winds tossing us around again. Hold tight, get ready to begin and just levitate. No control over where we go, but we don't care to know. Ignorance is bliss. Your tears are gone, and they drifted back from where they came, and they will not be missed. Look up and feel the shifting winds tossing us around again. Hold tight, you're ready to begin and just levitate.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. We're about to go into game 3 of tonight, and we're going to see some very interesting stuff here. I'm quite keen to see this one, and I'll tell you why in a moment. But just before we hit that one up, of course, you know what's coming. It's going to be that giveaway, that spicy, spicy giveaway. We are very, very welcome to have this one. It is, of course, going to be that Focal Lager beer. And all you have to do to win it is go ahead and like the Facebook page of Reace, and head over to Focal Lager, like that Facebook page as well. Share the original post, tag 3 of your friends, and leave a comment, and you enter yourself in to win a nice big case of Focal Lager Mortal Kombat 11 beer. So, you know, it's free beer. Just do it. Just do it. It's easy.
It's free beer.
Yeah, exactly. So with that out the way, we're going to be talking about the two teams here, EveTech Lions and, of course, PMT Lion. What do we have here today? Who are we going to see on these teams?
Well, from EveTech's side, we've got Jelly Doodle, Classy, Lima, Azerti, and Tapsambong. Team with a lot of guys with a lot of experience amongst them. Some really good guys that have taken out some pretty big names amongst other teams they've been part of, even as a team themselves. They've been on quite a roll. And then from Pattern Match side, we've got Goofy, King Do, Apothesis, Quexar, and Moshika. So we could be seeing quite an interesting game. Unfortunately, I'm not too familiar with any of the pattern matched guys, but that can also work in their favor, you know, be a bit of an unknown towards the EveTech guys.
Yeah, absolutely. But of course, we always have to make our predictions, make our sidedness known should we have any sort of insight. And honestly, I'm going to say EveTech Lions have been doing really, really well throughout the season. So I'm going to have to go with EveTech Lions for my big brain patchy predict. I think they're going to take this one. Maybe it's close. Like you said, the unknown element could catch them off guard. But I think EveTech Lions have been looking really good. So I think they're going to be able to take this.
You know what? As much as I'd like to see a bit of a close game here, see a bit of a longer game, I'm with you. I do think EveTech are going to potentially even pull away with this one.
Yeah,
We've just got too much experience amongst that EveTech team.
Yeah, for sure. We have seen this team in play before. Jelly Doodle, Tapsambong, Unbecoming, all of those players. We've seen them before, so this should be an interesting one to watch. And we will be getting into game shortly as the teams decide exactly when they feel like readying up. When they do so, we will get into the game.
It should be an interesting one, and let's see if the teams can just have some fun. Relax.
No.
We don't need to see so much stress. It seems to be a big issue. Teams stressing and overthinking things. They just need to relax a little.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of that comes down to the confidence. You're relaxed. You're feeling a bit more confident to do things that you should be doing. And, you know, we've seen that a lot lately. A lot of T-side play very often gets shut down early, and then they have no backup plans, and things are long and drawn out. And they waste time. They're not too sure what to do. They lose confidence, and, yeah, they get stressed, like you said. As we go into the knife round here, I'm thinking, what kind of maps are we wanting to see here? Obviously, I'm always going to go for the core maps. You know me by now. I go for the Mirage, the Dust to the Inferno. It is my opinion that if you are any sort of team trying to play CSGO on a very competitive level, you're going to practice those core maps. And I think if you have been doing so, that's the kind of map you want to be playing.
But no, for me, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack from people who've streamed and cast, but I'd love to see a Vertigo. To me, it's a difficult map to do. I would love to see a Vertigo. To me, it's just, you know, something different. Something where both sides are going to be caught out and making mistakes, you know, level the playing field.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm with you on some level. I agree that it's nice to see some different things going in, you know, some
Maybe
crazy
even an
maps,
overpass. Or a nuke.
You know, I can do an overpass. A nuke, an overpass, a train, maybe. I can do those. Those are all right. They're not too bad. They're not horrible. But it's that Vertigo just really makes me cringe on the inside, man. It really does.
Yeah, it's a map where you see a lot of teams have fun, though. Try interesting strats and things just to counteract, because that map has been changed so many times recently that you can do a full strat and be a god at that map for one day, wake up after an update, and you'd be absolutely trashed. The meta would have completely changed.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's actually one of the reasons I kind of don't... When it comes to playing CSGO, I really like to to take my time learning all the intricacies of a map. You know, a lot of people will queue for many maps and just once, but I like to go in and learn 1 or 2 maps at a time and learn as much as I can about everything. When it comes to Vertigo, it's just such a cluster.
You see, that's what, with the playing style that I've become quite comfortable with myself, and what my team knows me well for is adapting to those situations of unknowns, and that's where I thrive, in that situation where you have to think in the moment, not the whole planning and knowing everything dead set and repetitive. To me, it's a very strange way of playing the game, but it can sometimes work if you're
absolutely
looking at things.
Playing the game is not the same for everyone, you know. You said you like that unknown element where you thrive. You can do a lot of different things. You can kind of come up with stuff on the fly.
Challenge, constant.
Yeah. Whereas I'm more of like a pre-planner kind of guy. I like to have my strategies in my head.
Yeah, you definitely are a strategy player.
I certainly am. You know, I came from those good old strategy games back in the day, so that's kind of where my interests lie. I like strategy. Been that way my whole life, so that's why I really like to get into, you know, like analyzing Counter-Strike games and maps, and, you know, talk big strats. That's why I know some big plays around maps and whatnot. Although surprisingly enough, I don't really like to take the in-game leader role.
Yeah, that's what's funny for me as well. I mean, I come from a motorsport game background and stuff, where you more about adapting to each conditions and stuff, not necessarily being a team leader or anything like that, but taking information from other people and stuff and transferring it. And now when I come into these games, where only up until recently, the current team I'm in IGL, where I have been IGL for 4 years now, basically, in every other team I've played in.
Oh. Yeah, whereas me, I like to get told what should be happening, and then I can make it happen. If I get told what the strat is, what the plan is, what needs to happen, I can make it happen. But coming up with all that stuff myself, you know, like, just in the heat of the moment, can be kind of difficult.
I guess that's why I kind of thrived in that IGL environment, was at least I was more worried about the teammates doing their job and getting their execute out, and then me worrying more about adapting to the situation that's happening in that round. So that's where I found I thrived a lot, was in those situations where a quick change of plan was needed. I love my basic strats and everything like that, don't get me wrong, but like I said, I don't like the repetitiveness. I like you know, keeping the enemies on their feet, keeping them guessing what's going to happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone, despite your playstyle, everyone has that kind of knowledge of the basics, you know, like me. I can certainly adapt to situations. I've done it plenty of times before. I have some very nice videos up on my Twitter, actually, of some of the crazy shit that I've that I've managed to pull off somehow. But yeah, you know, like at the end of the day, you know, once you have basic kind of things down, you end up specializing in something that you're really good at. Anyway, we are going to be getting into game momentarily. Finally, the teams have gotten all that stuff out the way, and they are ready to get into this, and we are all very keen for it. We are going to be seeing them on Overpass, so this is we've seen this map quite a bit.
We got our wish. A different map.
Yeah, it certainly is. This map has popped up quite a bit during this season, and yeah, a lot of the time what we see is we see this map can be quite I don't know, almost like a chaotic element when it gets to middle late game, because the rotate between sides can be so quick that it can throw quite a bit of a curveball towards the opposite team.
But that being said, it is a very even map played correctly. Both teams can come out on top here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But hopefully we could see from E-Tech some nice aggression. They've got some very aggressive players in their team.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd love to see them bring it too.
I think they'll be able to do some good stuff here. We're going to be seeing PMT on the CT side, and EVTech Lions actually decided to stay on the T side, so that makes me think they've got something up their sleeve here on the T side, something planned. So let's see what that is.
But generally, when it comes to this map, I do also prefer starting off T side, getting that out of the way. Because CT is a lot easier to relax and stick and hold a position. There's not a lot of movement that's needed.
Yeah, maybe playing this one on the T side to get the more difficult side out the way, kind of get a
an aggression out of them.
Yeah, and I mean, on that side, you can also get a feel for how the enemy team plays, and going into the next half, that can help you quite a bit. They have set up here towards the B site, though. They are staggered kind of outside, and they did spot one player, which might have spotted them in return. They are stacked up here, but they are waiting. The time's slowly ticking away. They're waiting for maybe some sort of a pick, or maybe just waiting for a time to execute. They do have a little bit of util at RC, a smoke and a flash, which could gain them access to the site if used. Still waiting here. 1 minute 10 seconds on the clock. Jelly Doodle going to be moving in to the monster tunnel here. Slowly trying to get some ground. Here comes the flash. Smoke still unused. They're going to be getting on to it. Azerty going to be getting that quick headshot. Gets a second one as well. That's going to be Jelly Doodle also taking down Moshi. It's going to be a quick side take from them. They do spot out the rest of the CTs. This should be a quick cleanup. The T's looking very, very nice on there. They knew exactly what they wanted to do, and they got it done.
You see, whilst their idea of having 3B to A used to be very common, very easy go-to one, that meta's completely changed for this map. That just doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. You need to have that one guy sitting in lowers itself, one guy sitting mid, one guy sitting long. Generally, you'd see the guy sitting mid push through coming from behind. That way also lowers could get the info for B. And
Yeah, absolutely.
it was just a simple thing that they need to work on, but they're showing that they do know some strats at least, so maybe they could pull some other ones. There are some older strats on this map that do still work quite nicely.
Yeah, and speaking of older and newer strats, like you said, you want to be seeing that quick information plays. I think that's become a lot more popular nowadays, playing for the quick information that's going to give you the heads up on what's going on the other side. And like you said, if they had the CT in that lowest position going through there, they would have had that information. They would have been able to rotate through quicker, maybe catch them out on the flank. But yeah, like you said, they were set up in a little bit of a maybe school way. See if they clean that up.
A little bit more aggression, not so much in pushing the T's, but just in the positioning of the CTs.
We are paused here at the moment. Just one of the players getting their stuff together. Coming back and joining the game. We are ready to get back into the match, so we should be live shortly. T's are going to be picking themselves up for Mac 10 Xanagalil, whereas PMT, one set or two sets of upgraded pistols here, not much else. They do have a diffuse kit on Apotheosis. About it. A couple of fence on Kwe and Moshi, but not too much going for them at this point. They're going to have to use the power of the USPs as best they can, especially considering Jelly Doodle and Azerty don't have... Well, sorry, Jelly Doodle does have, but Azerty doesn't have that head on. You're going to need to find those heads, and quickly, Apotheosis is right here, but the Mac 10's going to be doing that work. Going to find a second player as well, spots out the player in heaven, and this should be a pretty easy round for the T's. There goes Goofy and King. Kwe is left here with these doolies.
Let's see if you can make me proud, and...
There we go.
There we go.
Taps and Bon goes down to the doolies. The hit or miss kind of a weapon.
Should be looking a little bit up with them, but...
Unbecoming is going to be in that sneaky spot, though. Take him down, and that's going to be 2 rounds for Eve Tech Lions. A nice strong starting for them. Be upgrading to those AKs as well.
To me, with those dualies, yes, it's a very hit and miss, but it's actually very, very similar to an AK spray that you would do if you spam them really fast. So you want to start with that head-eye position and pull down. If you just looked up a little bit, you could have actually done a little bit more damage there.
Yeah, for sure. Dualies can be useful, but you've got to use them. You've got to actually use them, and that's the whole.
Got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's the whole kind of the whole kind of scene of this game. Everything has its use, but you actually have to use it. And if you're going to execute on some sort of a strength, some sort of a play, you have to use it.
It's a very, very specialist weapon. It's not something that most people would be comfortable using.
Yeah, it certainly is. These are going to be looking their way into the have some Bong here on the lurk. He's going to get Kwe. Spam coming through from Unbecoming. That's going to be Moshi going down. And now the T's have taken full control of this situation. Moving on to that A site. Taps and Bong going to be getting that spray down. Nice and clean. Transfer. Bomb should be going down easily here. And it's a 2v5. Apotheosis and Goofy probably having to save here. Unless Apotheosis wants to go for something crazy. Going to get spiked 39 HP. But it's going to be enough to take down Apotheosis. Now Goofy is left alone, alive with a UMP and not much else. And is instantly spotted by Classy. Boost it.
Classy almost taking his own teammate out there, not being careful.
Yeah, but it is ultimately going to result in Goofy. And 3 rounds for each deck.
A little bit unfortunate there for Moshi, though, with the rifle against the Mac 10. It's not something you want to lose, but unfortunately it happens.
Yeah, it certainly does. And that's going to leave Moshi on that Deagle to try and do something, try and find those heads. And Goofy does have the M4, and there are some SMGs for King and Kwe. Apotheosis, though, also relegated to the Deagle. A quick play from Azerty, though, is going to get that timing brilliantly onto Apotheosis. Nothing they can do about that. That was just so quick and clean from Azerty. Going to get the spray down as well, and find the player in heaven as well. Azerty doing so much work on the B side, completely open, and Kwe and King, the last 2 left alive once again, having to try and make a decision whether they want to save, whether they want to go and do as much damage as possible. And honestly, I think they should just save here. The economy is not looking so good, but Kwe is going to go down to Classy. King left completely alone with an MP5 SD and nothing else to work.
Hopefully he can do some damage here against T's, but it's not looking too good for him.
Yeah, against the AK is going to be quite difficult. Zerty going to be right here. Spray down is good. That's going to be the 4th round on the board for EveTech Lions. They are looking quite strong and dominant. I think PMT, they need to make a decision. They need to soft buy into this one and not force it up. But it looks like Apotheosis, Goofy, where they're all going to be buying up. And I'm not sure how much I agree with that. They're not going to be able to buy too much util.
Again, this is coming back down to that team cohesion we keep talking about. And it's just showing here players that haven't played together to figure out team buys, team economy, stuff like that.
Yeah, certainly is definitely a big factor that we've been talking about that has come into play quite a lot of the time. Zerty gets a nice opening pick, can't win the spray down though, eventually gets traded out for a period of time. Apotheosis is going to take that one, but instantly Taps and Bong is there to correct that mistake. 3v4, EveTech Lions in a man advantage. Now, actually, King rotating up towards the A site. They're not too sure where the T's want to hit. And that's because they haven't showed bomb yet. It's all the way back there towards the spawn area. They haven't really showed their hand. They are towards the B, but I'm curious if they just want to go for a complete team wipe here. I don't even care about planting that bomb. They're going to have to be careful about this one. Only 1 minute left on the clock. Do something quick here. Apotheosis, 42 HP.
Bomb is stuck all the way, though, back towards the spawn.
Yeah, they are going to finally run and
why
fix
it's
it.
there.
Definitely maybe a little bit of a miscommunication, but it doesn't matter. Taps and Bong and Claw are going to be there to clean everything up nicely, and they just get
They
that.
don't need the bomb.
They didn't need the
Just
bomb.
say they don't even need the bomb.
Yeah, and it seemed like that's what they were going for initially, and they didn't get it, so they were like, oh, they were to get the bomb. It was just easy cleanup for them. So it's going to be 5 rounds to 0 in favor of EveTech Lions. And now PMT, because of the way they've been forcing up so much, they're going to be relegated to a P90, a 5-7, 2 from Masters, and a Deagle. And that's all they have to work with. Not even a single stitch of utility. It's not going to be enough. Trades coming in, kills coming in, the frags coming in. Apotheosis is going to get a Zerty, though, but at the end of the day, not much you can do here. 5-7 and a FAMAS, not really the most ideal of weapons you want to be moving. Moshi here, going to catch out one, but not enough to catch out the second player. Classy's right here. Finally gets that head tap onto Goofy. It's a 1v2. Classy is right here on site and gets that one dig onto Moshi. Nice and clean. EveTech Lions are looking strong and dominant so far. Not a single thing being capitalized on here from PMT.
Too many individual players going on here. They just need to regroup, maybe even call a timeout. Just take 15 seconds to breathe, clear their minds, and start fresh.
Yeah, and like you said, a lot of it is working together. We see King picking up a shotgun, but if you're going to play around the shotgun, then that's what you need to do. You need to play around the shotgun. You need to use that shotgun close up, get the opening picks, and it's not looking like that's what they want to do here. It looks like Goofy and Koi, they're just going to be going down immediately. King is here to hold this position with the shotgun, but it's not getting the timing right. Velocity going to be there to just clean things up nicely, and the shotgun not even going to do anything. Apotheosis, the last one left alive for PMT, all the way on a site. And yeah, this is once again, it looks like another round that's just going the way for EveTech Lions. And like I predicted earlier on, they just look so good, so strong. They know what they're doing. They have that team cohesion that we keep talking about. And yeah, things are just working out for them.
If he's smart, hopefully gets a couple of picks and then pulls back here, but
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be doing that.
Well, at least he gets one. Apotheosis is taking down Classy. Has moved position, though, so might be in the area to take down another one. Unbecoming is here, but actually not going to be aware that Spot goes for it and gets taken down. And
Of course,
No
it's not the
save.
smartest decision from that. I mean, he's left. Yes, he does have money to buy, but again, the rest of the team's in a situation where they can't really afford to.
yeah, and yet
I mean, you've
the
got a very
buy
mixed
still
match
comes out.
buy here, and it's
Yeah,
just
and I think
the same
this,
thing. They need to stop doing this.
yeah, I 100% agree with you. That is definitely going to be biting them in the backside every time because they're not at full strength. They don't have full power to be able to use this. So they're always at a disadvantage. Apotheosis, no armor whatsoever. Basically, no
That
utility on the
is a-
PMC.
Very strange decision to run without the armor. He's the only one that can afford it.
Yeah, it is certainly odd to have someone going to be taking down Kwe, Zar, and Goofy. Also going to take down Classy. So there is a one-for-one trade in terms of manpower, but you know, like we we're just talking about, you know, it's very odd that we see these players, what they're doing with the buys. It's not traditional for sure, and it's definitely not optimal. I think, you know, you want to have that full buy. It's going to give you the maximum amount of advantages, and it wants to come back.
I think it's just a lack of experience that's coming through and shining here. It's not necessarily a lack of skill. I mean, we've seen some of the shots these guys can pull off. They can hit their shots. It's just experience seems to be what's catching them out here.
It certainly does. Jelly Doodle going to be good for an orb shot there onto King. Taken down immediately. Moshi and Apotheosis, the last ones left to try and do something. Make that only Moshi. Jelly Doodle just there on swivel with that orb. Going to be everything for the team. And once again, it's Moshi going to be taken down as well. Also, going for that aggressive peak, not even bothering to save whatever it was they had going. At the very least, PMT have maximum loss bonus now, so they will be able to full buy eventually. Finally, after 9 rounds.
Even still, it's not quite a full buy. We're sitting with guys that just don't have util. We've got Goofy without head armor. Yes, he's going against AKs and stuff, but I mean, there is an M4 amongst that lot. You never know what's going to happen. And I would have maybe liked to have seen him go with the FAMAS and full armor as opposed to that M4.
Yeah, and you know, like you say, the buy
Get
is
some
very
util.
odd. Even though the maximum loss bonus is there, they're not picking up the extra util. They're not picking up the guns they should be picking up. It feels like they're on a save, even when they're not on a save.
They seem more focused on getting a primary weapon than on using that util.
Yeah, and unfortunately, in a game like this, util can pretty much make or break how you play the game. Can allow you access into those sites. It can deny access into sites. It can rush out players that are holding a spot. It's super, super useful. You have to be using it. And sometimes, you know, I like to sacrifice a little bit in terms of guns to get that full stack of util, just because I know I can definitely use that util, give myself an advantage. And even if I have maybe a quote-unquote weaker gun, I can still make it work as long as that util comes in. Harris going to be taking that 9th round, making it look pretty simple here as we go into round 10. It's going to be 9-0 for EveTech Lions, looking to make this half very, very dominant.
They need to be careful, though, with leaving that bomb behind, because all it takes is one CT lurking to spot that bomb and sit and hold it.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, at this point, you know, if you're Eve Tech, you've been saying, look, we haven't seen any CTs doing that yet, so there's no real harm in just tossing the bomb aside and going for these crazy plays because they haven't really been doing anything about it. They haven't been punishing it.
Yeah,
Finally, we do
remember,
see...
this is CS. Anything can happen. I mean, we've seen rounds where teams have been 15-0 up at halftime and go on to lose the game. You don't know what can happen. You've got to prepare for every situation and not get too overconfident.
Yeah, for sure. I'm always a fan of teams that give over respect, even when they're winning so heavily. You know, if you just give that respect over to the enemy team, you clean up your game, you clean up your act, you keep everything nice and clean, and you know it just makes for a good game, and you're more likely to win off of it.
Exactly.
We are going to see that PMT have finally brought up fully here. They all have M4s and an AK and an AWP, so they have actually finally got themselves a full stack of weapons. They did have a little bit of util. And that has come back to work in their favor. King not going to get a timing onto CT, but they have the man advantage now. It's Jelly Doodle and Unbecoming Lemur. Last one's left alive for the T side. And finally, it looks like PMT might be getting themselves on the board, stopping this win streak from Eve Tech Alliance. King is here. Gonna get that shot onto Unbecoming. Does get traded out, but still man advantage and maximum health advantage against Jelly.
So hopefully he can get this bomb down, just puts the T's in a little bit more of a comfortable position.
Yeah, look, Jelly Doodle has maximum cash right now. Everyone on Eve Tech Lions has so much money. The economy, not too much of a bad thing, but PMT, they need this win. They need to put themselves on the board, and they need to start building some momentum for themselves. Apotheosis could be taking down Jelly Doodle. This should be an easy defuse, and yeah, there it is.
There we go.
For a second there, I thought they would be...
So this is one of those maps where you can get the bomb hidden off in a quiet little spot and you can miss quite easily.
This is the first map that I discovered that it was possible to kind of be very, very stealthy with the bomb. There's a little rock next to the truck there, and you can actually stick the bomb inside the rock and make it essentially invisible. I don't know if that's still a thing, but when I was playing this, it was, and that was a real...
Yeah, it's just simple, you know, plant the bomb, sit where you were on the bomb, especially for the last player in places like this map in particular. Your body covers this bomb.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, it can really throw players off. We do see the Eve Tech Lions, like I said, economy strong, so they can just buy back into this round, no problem. Still got a very, very strong economy, so they're pretty much sitting pretty for the rest of this, all up to PMT to make this full stack work. They do have the weapons to do it now, but they haven't really invested in too much utility, which maybe
they are using the util, but a bit late. They're just getting the util out after the round starts, long after, and it's...
Maybe they're just not confident in using that utility like they should be. He's going to come back to bite them. They are going to go down one by one. King, last one left alive once again. Eve Tech Lions in full control, and Jelly Doodle with such a nice shot there. 10-1 in favor of Eve Tech Lions.
And again, they're going to go with the full force up CT side, not having the money to do it.
Yeah, it definitely comes as a bit of a surprise to me, especially considering that, you know, some of the players, they do have the money to get what they need, but they just don't spend it, and then maybe they prioritize that money instead of getting the util that they want or need. They save it so that they can force up the round after.
What would I like to see here? Maybe just armor, not full armor, just, you know, basic armor and SMGs from the whole team.
I mean, have we seen a single save from PMT right now?
No, we haven't.
Yeah, it's been force after force after force, as far as I can remember, and that's really coming back to
they even fought second round.
Yeah, and they don't have that full power on their team. They're always constantly at suboptimal power levels. They don't have the maximum amount of guns they want. You know, they're relegated to a scout. You know, some dualies. They have an M4, but like not much util, and they can't really tote that M4 properly. Yeah. You know, Quasar is here with his dualies, and something has to happen, and nothing happens. You know, with the power of maybe a proper rifle, they would have been able to do something, maybe an SMG, but it's just nothing because they keep.
It's not just that. It's they should realize they're clearly being out-aimed here, and they need to stop trying to out-aim them back. They need to look at a different strategy of using the util to their advantage.
Yeah, and they seem to be not doing that whatsoever.
They're just not adapting.
Jelly Doodle, there it is. 11-1, pretty decisive stuff from Eve Tech Lions. They definitely, you can see they know what they're doing. But on the other side, PMT, they're just not. Yeah, they're just not playing optimally right now. They're just kind of not even playing to what some would consider kind of basic strategies here, where you at least save one round. Yeah, once again, we see them forcing. Instead of saving for the full power, they once again relegate themselves to suboptimal power. Two P90s, the farmhouse. They have two M4s, but once again, very little utility work with. Trade comes in and his Zerti is just there on the swivel. Gonna leave Moshi left 1-on-4 with a P90.
It baffles me though, because I mean you had both Apotheosis and Quexer there with enough money for you.
Ooh, Moshi
It's
actually.
like they could even not afford it. They have the money for it and they're just not buying it.
Yeah, it's very odd. I've never seen this before, I must say. It is going to be eventually going down. Evetech Lions taking it. Marshy only doing so much damage, taking out a couple with them. But like I said, Evetech Lions, their economy is just so unbreakable right now. And it's been that way since round 9-10 already. Because Evetech Lions, they were able to win. And then PMT, they didn't save. They didn't get themselves back to full power. They didn't give themselves the opportunity to shut down Evetech Lions. And that means that Evetech, they've been on full money for, ever since round 10, like I said. And yeah, like you said, it does certainly baffle me that PMT have decided to go this route and kind of relegate themselves to suboptimal play.
And they've done it again this round, unfortunately, with a very mixed buy. Apotheosis coming with Deagle and armor, but no util.
Yeah, very interesting. 2,900 could have certainly bought at least something like a FAMAS or... But, just
you
doesn't...
You even need the farmhouse. I was like, you could stick with the pistol, but just getting that, get a smoke and a molly or something, just to slow down the tease.
Yeah, for sure. But they are going to get the bomb planted. 12-1 PMT. They don't really have room for error. It seems like it's kind of everything or nothing, because if PMT keep forcing up, if they don't decide to save at any point, give themselves a to shut this down, Evetech are going to take this half quite decisively. And PMT, they're going to be in quite a bad situation in the next. King has an AWP, and I fully expect him to play for exit frags and save this AWP.
Hopefully he's smart enough. See, now if I would have started pulling back long ago already.
Yeah, definitely the pull-out should have come a bit quicker, but it is going to be what it is. Classy going to take a nice headshot onto King. The AWP not savable for PMT. And now they have to decide, are they going to force up again? And it looks like the answer is yes. And we're going to go
King
into
going full glass cannon as well, 0 armor, 0 util. It's just...
Absolutely.
And it's not smart. And again, Apotheosis no util, even though he has the money.
And it's quite odd, especially considering this is basically the last round of the... What really gets me is that the glass cannon strategy and the force buy strategy is not a bad strategy per se, but you have to make it work. This glass cannon needs to do a lot of work, and it's not doing what it needs to do. The glass cannon needs to be getting a lot of frags. It needs to be very quick on the rotate. It needs to be just everywhere that it needs to be to get the frags, but it isn't. And now it's basically the last one left alive, 2v4.
Yeah, although all that round would have taken was one molly there through Monster, and the amount of damage that would have been done would have been ridiculous. Absolutely. One molly, even one nade, maybe. This round would have gone the opposite direction altogether.
Yeah, but Evetech Lions, they know that molly just hasn't been coming in, the util hasn't been coming in, and the forces have been coming in. And so Evetech, they're quite confident just to take those risky plays where they don't even have to think about the counter util because they can just run in.
They're pretty much being allowed free access onto site every round.
Yeah, absolutely. Goofy, though, is going to get one, but it is... And that's going to be the half over. It was a 1v1, definitely there, but at the end of the day, Evetech Lions are going to take it. And it's 1-14 as we go into the next half. 23 frags for Zerti, followed by Jelly Doodle with 15.
But Jelly Doodle only on 3 deaths.
Yeah.
Something that doesn't get noticed a lot in these games is the amount of times a person dies can greatly affect team economy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can have a person, yes, they can be sitting bottom frag with 5 or 6 kills, but if they've only died once or twice, you've got a person to constantly supply with extra guns that's needed, extra info.
Tapsum Bong is there to get a nice headshot, but gets traded out. EveTech Lions using these USPs pretty strongly, and they, like you said, right, like we kind of saw in the beginning of this match, you know, EveTech Lions, they chose the more difficult side to pull off in terms of aggression, their more aggressive side, and they pulled it off nicely, especially considering PMT did not shut down or play against that aggression at all. And now that they're on the more passive, easier, theoretically, side, then they can play this one pretty easily. They just sit on site.
Like how they want to.
Exactly, and they have 15 rounds right now. They're on the cusp of winning this one. They need literally one round, and PMT have nothing to fight against except a shotgun, a Galil, some SMGs, and a deagle, and basically no util, barely any armor. And this looks like it should be pretty much EveTech's game. Classy Azerty. That's all I'm seeing on my screen right now, and they're just taking out everyone. That's going to be Azerty for the 16-1 in favor of EveTech Alliance. Once again, patchy prediction comes out tops. EveTech showing us why they've been so dominant in this tournament, coming out on top, beating PMT 16-1. And honestly, I'm just hoping PMT come back next season, a bit more of an updated game plan, hopefully having listened to this cast and maybe picked up a couple of pointers.
And if they are listening to this class, this is an open offer. If you guys need pointers, I am here. If you want some advice, this goes out not just to them, but any teams here that are starting out. Don't be afraid to ask people.
Absolutely.
If you need help. You'd be surprised. Yes, we do have a semi-toxic community in South Africa, but we also have a lot of guys who are willing to do good.
Absolutely. You can reach out to Lion or even me if you want. Give you team starting out, you can get those points. But that is going to be it for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. That is the last match that we have for you for tonight. And before I say goodbye and sign out, of course, I'm going to remind you, of course, about the giveaway. If you haven't entered it yet, you're missing out. There are 2 cases of Fokhof Lager beer being given away. And it's not just any Fokhof Lager beer, it's Mortal Kombat 11 themed Fokhof Lager beer. It's a case of it. And all you have to do is head over to Facebook, like the Re-Ace page, like the Fokhof Lager page, share that original post, drop a like, and of course a comment, tag 3 of your friends, and you are entered to get one of those cases should you win. So definitely go and do that, check it out. And of course, check out all the Re-Ace fans and sponsors. Thank you to those sponsors who have definitely helped us out into making this tournament and this season a thing. And it's important to support South African tournaments and stuff. Gaming is very important to support that community. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining, and we'll see you some other time. That is enough for now from me, Patchy. You can check me out as well. Also, go ahead and check out Lion. And thank you very much. That's it from me.